Hey everybody, this is Alan Fine. I'm here with Steve Perillo, the president and owner of Perillo Tours, and Keith Barron, the new chief operating officer for Perillo Tours. We're going to talk about this new union. We're going to talk about Perillo, where it's been, where it's going, and this is Insider Travel Report at USTOA in Los Angeles. So, Steve, thank you for talking to us. Keith, also. Last time you and I spoke was here years ago, and I introduced you as Adam Sandler and showed the clip. And that's quite the honor. We talked about it then. We could talk about it now. But I also want to talk about your dad's legacy and your legacy, which is looming, I'd say, arguably larger, and then why you brought this guy in. So my first question to you, which was a long one, is exactly that. Where have you been? Where are you going?
Where have I been? I've been through a pandemic for 2 years with zero business. But when we came out of the pandemic, we had the best year in 20 years, and it was so exciting. It gave me the motivation to want to really bring our company to the next level. And where would I go? For help.
So that's why this guy's standing here.
I found Keith, the first guy I found, and he joined us, and I'm very, very excited. He just started.
Well, so Keith, what was it that attracted you to this?
The company is extraordinarily well known for Italy, of course, right? But the other thing that we recognize is that we have this set of core competencies and these disciplines in our organization that make people happy. We're logistically excellent, and all of that put together was very appealing to me. More importantly than anything else, for me, it is a company that delivers very high quality product at extraordinary value, and that's very meaningful. And I believe that there's great opportunity for this company, not just in Italy, but in the other destinations that we currently serve, such as Greece and Spain, and of course Hawaii, which we've done since 1988, but potentially looking at expanding beyond that into other parts of Europe.
You also told me how honored you were to be the first non-family member in Perillo.
Honored and humbled, and a little bit of pressure there too, right? It's a long legacy with a company that's been in business since 1945, and that's a lot to take on. It's a very good team. It's a very veteran team at Perillo, and I'm totally excited to begin working with them. It's only been less than a month for me thus far.
And even though he's standing here, let's talk about him. What attracted you to him?
Well, first of all, his personality. He's perfect because he was a tour leader when he started his career, so he knows his business, and he has a big, heavyweight resume.
All right, so the obligatory questions, 23, how was it? You just mentioned a little bit, a little more specific, and 24 is looking good, and then 25, I bet you're already figuring out?
Yeah. Oh, we're mainly an Italy company, so when travel comes back, Italy is like first in line. I think Italy has been your number one destination throughout your career with some of the companies, right?
Yeah, for sure. I think it's fair to say that Italy, among any destination in the world, always ranks highest, not only for U.S. travelers, but from travelers around the world. Italy is the place that's in the highest demand when there is demand.
So USTOA had its own findings, but you're out there in the field. You have findings too. How does it jive?
We're very consistent with what USTOA's findings are, actually, and we're feeling quite confident, let's say that way, for the future. 2023, as Steve mentioned, is one of the best years in the company's history. 2024 forward bookings have far exceeded where we were in 2022 for 2023. Beyond 2024, we haven't yet launched our group product for 2025 yet. However, our FIT product is already selling for 2025, and we're feeling very, very confident.
That's great. Okay, that's the kind of the answer I needed.
As well as ad hoc groups, because in 25 it's considered a jubilee year in Italy every 25 years. So if you're a Catholic or a Christian, it's going to be a giant year in Rome. So we're already putting that together.
Okay, I don't want to stand here talking about new itineraries in Italy. We know Italy. I want to help you talk about those other destinations. What do you want to brag about? What's coming up?
Greece is our number 2 destination. In 2 years it happened, and it gives us a launching off point for possibly expanding into other parts of Europe besides Spain, which we're already there. Mm-hmm. Right? We have a lot of potential in Europe, don't you think?
Absolutely. It's a big part of our future strategy, particularly potentially. What we want to do, first of all, is coddle Italy and make sure that we've optimized Italy as best we can, and we're building some ways to do that and some new avenues with which to do that. But we also don't want to forget about Hawaii. Hawaii has been operated by Perillo since 1988. It's a key part of our business.
That's an important point. People don't think about that.
It's really true, and our numbers were fantastic until, of course, the fires in Maui, and we feel awful for the folks there, and we hope the recovery is going on really well for the individuals. Despite the fact that numbers are down, obviously, for Hawaii for 2023 and 2024 now, we actually have some relatively decent numbers, given all considered, for Hawaii, and that's encouraging to us. And if the predictions are right, we'll see business return to its normal level, hopefully sooner than later.
Coming off that question, there are issues that come up in travel. You're distant enough from the current situation, conflicts, but have you seen that have an effect in any way? And did you have to make any changes?
Just the smallest little hesitation, I think. But in general, no. Okay. We don't know the bookings that would have come.
We don't know what we don't know.
Yeah, we don't know what we don't know. But it's still 24 so far is going to be the biggest year probably ever in our company.
Okay. Let's talk about travel advisor programs. Is there anything that they should be taking advantage of?
That's one of the reasons I hired Keith, because he's
What are you thinking?
Well, let me say this. I have, and I know Perillo has to this point too, a great affinity for the travel advisor community. I love travel advisors, and they're a big, important part of touring and the tour business. It is what makes tour operating viable for many companies, particularly smaller companies. Not that Perillo is one, but the ability for travel advisors to truly influence their clients one way or another. And working with a company like Perillo, who has a great reputation, who really delivers on what they promise, is something that travel advisors love as well, because they know that their guests are going to come back happy and rebook. Whether it's Perillo or not, the next time they'll rebook, and they'll have trusted that agent who gave them good advice. So
if they wanted to get more information, do you have a portal or a special area on the website?
PerilloTours.com, there's a travel agent tab, and what we hope to do next year is more training, a couple of fam trips, and talk about commission.
Okay, that's good. Right. Wait, do you want to talk about that now? They're listening. Okay, well, no. So that's news to come. Stay tuned in this space, and we will be reporting on it. Okay. Well, now we go out to over 126,000 travel advisors. What is it that you want them to know?
Most importantly, what we want them to know is that I joined Perillo, a company that's already appreciative and supportive of the travel advisor community. For me and my career, which has been with a number of companies throughout my career, I have always, let me use the word, loved travel advisors. They're very good at what they do. They know their clients better than any tour operator ever could in the booking process. And I'll tell you that our intent is to coddle our travel advisors. We really do respect them, and we think that they have a very important influence on their clients' buying decisions. The other great thing is that when clients come home from a Perillo program, they're going to come back happy. And when they come back happy, what that means is repeat business for the travel advisor, whether it is or isn't Perillo next time around. Of course, we hope it is Perillo next time around, but they have the confidence when they send somebody away, they're going to come back happy.
Well, I think the travel advisors like the word coddle and more news on commissions. I think they really like this report. And I want to thank you both for talking to us.
Thank you, Alan.
Thanks, Alan.
All right. And this is Alan Fine for Insider Travel Report.